Hello, I'm Emily Bennett. This is my father, Rob Pinot. He was born in 1965. That makes him a whopping 60 years old. I have some questions to ask you about your childhood. So, the first question is, what do you remember most about your middle childhood? So, we're really looking at the ages of like 7 and 12. What did daily life look like for you?
Mm, Getting up, eating a bowl of fruity something or another cereal, heading out the door and getting on my new Schwinn bicycle and riding the neighborhood until the streetlights went on. Unless, of course, we heard the bell from the garage that might get your butt home.
Were you pretty self sufficient, or was like your parents involved in any of that? Did you get your
Oh,
own cereal? Did you go out
I
and.
got my own cereal. I went out all day unsupervised and did whatever I wanted to do, went where I wanted, knew when I had to be back, and usually was.
Is it safe to say you were around like 6 or 7 when you were doing that yourself? Or
In the
probably close to like.
like in the neighborhood, riding around the blocks and going to the park by myself. And
In terms of schooling, how did the school, teachers, your learning expectations affect you at that time? You can be totally honest.
well, if you weren't one of the bright pupils in the class, then they tended to not pay as much attention to you. I mean, unless it was Sister, what's her name, with the ruler, then of course.
You weren't in public school. You were in
Catholic
a
school.
private Catholic school.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's some pretty strict expectations for your
Yes,
learning.
it was all college educated bound. That was the premise of it. And then if you weren't into that, then didn't excel. If it wasn't your future.
Right. Do you think that affected you socially or emotionally? Or was that just how it kind of was? You just kind of dealt
Oh,
with that?
yes, it did. Because, it puts you in your class, sets your mind to where
Right.
you're going to be.
Right. What friendships, hobbies, or activities were important to you the most during those years?
Well, with three brothers, we played baseball every day. There was hockey in the backyard, basketball, always played. Uh,
Very physically active
and
stuff.
then a lot of organized sports for everybody as well. So, it wasn't like we were jocks, but we all like to play games.
Well, and yeah, you guys were all physically active because that's all you had.
And there was kids in every house on the block in those days, so there was a lot of midnight, flashlight tag or Red Rover and all the good times with the whole neighborhood playing.
Yeah, that's different times. How did your family rules, routines, or expectations influence you as you grew up?
Well, we weren't ever allowed to have anybody in the house, and I think that affected me when I got older because I didn't allow my kids to have anybody in the house. So that was a good affection.
Yeah.
But, we all had our jobs to do, and they had to be done by the time Dad got home and dinner was getting made. So, and if your job wasn't done, it was pretty easy to know because there was a job chart on the wall that showed you what your job was. So.
And that was pretty normal for like every house on the block.
Pretty
That's
standard
just how
stuff.
things were run back then. When you compare your childhood to what you see in kids today, what differences stand out to you, and are any of them concerning to you?
Every bit of it is concerning to me. You can't go play by themselves. You can't send your kid to the park. They're all walking around looking at tablets all day. We never did that. We never had cameras. We just went out and played and never worried about it. Our social network was the neighborhood kids, the kids that you went to school with every year because it was a city school or public, private.
Yeah.
So you knew everybody that you grew up with.
Right. You weren't really exposed to like other people or other kids really in like neighboring
communities.
Yeah.
No, they were always different.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
That was very enlightening. Would you say that the screens is probably what concerns you the most with kids, is how much communication, outward communication there is.
No, it's just the whole lack of self awareness and self, motivation to go out and do stuff
Yeah.
that we always had to find stuff to do
Yeah.
and did all the time. I mean, we were never bored.
Right.
So whatever it was, we found something to do, and we.
And especially in a time where like the things weren't really always geared towards entertaining you all the
You
time.
find a hoop and a stick, and you roll that hoop down the road, and you're like, yeah, I'm good for that.
Right.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Thank you.